Welcome to the Block Party. My name is Seth Kushner, and we are joined by a returning guest. But when we had this man on last time, neither one of us were Stanley Cup champions, and now one of us is a Stanley Cup champ. Yanni Gourde, welcome back to the Block Party, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Dude, listen, first thing I have to know, are you still the most annoying guy on the team? I know some guys have come and gone, since last season, but are you still the most annoying player on the Lightning?
I doubt it. I think there's Colsey's got to be the most annoying guy on the team. The way he plays is it's just like I think he's not liked around the league because the way he plays, but he plays so hard, he's so effective. He's so tough to play against, and well, I didn't like him when I played against him, so that's I think that says a lot.
Okay, so we talked to Coleman on another show that I do called The Chirp, and he said that you're the most annoying guy on the team. So he still puts you ahead of him, just so you know.
There's the good battle right there. Huh? Me and him, 1 and 2. Who who's gonna finish with the top there? I don't know.
Well, I got to ask you, Yanni, because I had you on the Block Party, I think in late July. Camp had just started. You were getting back, doing some scrimmages and stuff. And then you got paired up with Goody and Coleman, once they
Yep.
got traded and that got set up. And I think you guys were on that line together clear through, up until this season. How did you bond with those guys and gel with them right away and carry that relationship, and deep into the playoffs, until you brought home the cup?
It was great. I mean, these two guys are such effective player in the if like in the way they play. They play hard. They play physical. They're tough to play against. Goody's been like winning draws for me. Like I was a center, but he always, when I wasn't having an off night, he always step in the circle, help me out. These guys like I said, are so tough to play against, and it kind of made our line a little bit an identity where it's annoying, and like we're gonna be in your face the whole game long, all game long, and that's really what we tried to build every single series, and until the end there, and I think yeah, it was so much fun playing with these guys last year. It's still so much fun playing with them, but in the playoff during a playoff run, it gives it a little bit more intensity, I feel like.
Now, Yanni, when you reflect on the bubble and on the Stanley Cup, when you guys won it, and I mentioned it, what's the first picture that pops into your head from that moment?
I mean, lifting it, or actually, I think it was me, Seti, and Joe were standing at the blue line once we won the cup, and the three of us, we were looking down the end, and where the Stanley Cup was finally arriving on the ice through a cloud of smoke, and then just just like that moment where like we actually did that, boys. Like this is like this is a dream come true. Like this is it. Like we're gonna lift this thing up, and like that moment was unreal. Like the three of us together, like doing that, like it was sick.
Who was, I asked this to everybody that I have on now, who do you think was the MVP of the celebrations in the offseason?
In the off season, I don't know. Well, the boat parade was Cooch was buzzing. We had Pat Maroon was pretty pretty good. No, I think we had a very good boat parade. I'd say the whole team, but I'd say these two guys were MVP of that day, I think.
Yanni, when I had you on the podcast the last time, you showed me your mustache. It was very, very tiny, as you mentioned. And were you happy with the way the mustache grew in during the playoff run?
It looked amazing by the end. I think it would look great. I was yeah, I loved it at the end. I even kept it for an extra week after we won. Uh, I just love the look.
Yanni, did you save the mustache after you shaved it? Did you save it at all? Did that thought cross your mind?
It didn't cross my mind, but I now that you're saying it, I think I should have definitely should have kept that, and yeah, put that in a Ziploc and open it a few years later and just see just give me some good vibe, maybe. I mean, who knows?
Exactly. I mean, or sell it. Who I would have, a crazy fan
Yeah.
would have bought it.
I mean, yeah, you sell it and then give money to charity. Who knows?
Think about it next time you're growing the
Yeah,
stash.
definitely.
Yanni, you're a big time fashion star now. The Lightning are taking pictures every time you're coming to the arena. They got a picture of you the other day. Now, just Tell me about this hat, Yanni. Educate me. I'm just a t-shirt kind of guy. I don't know anything about fashion. Tell us about this hat, because to me, you're taking it on another level right now.
Honestly, I was terrible in the fashion game a few years ago, and even Joseph kept telling me, Gordo, like you got to mix it up, you got to step up your game, and I kind of got some help from him and my wife, and then my wife is like, "Hey, Yanni, I'm gonna buy a hat." I'm like, "Yeah, but it might stay in the closet. I don't know if I'm gonna wear that." And then she's like, "You should keep your curls though. You don't go for a haircut." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm due." And then so I had a haircut, and then finally I decided to put the hat on, and I mean, if got people talking, I guess
Yeah.
I don't know much about fashion, but people said it looked good, so
Is
I'll
it a
take that.
special is it a special kind of hat, or it's just called a hat? It looks like something that
I
somebody would wear in the outback.
I would not know what's it called. I just wear it as a hat, and that's good enough for me.
Okay. And you said that your wife ended up kind of helping you pick some stuff out.
Yeah. My wife is better than me, obviously, in that game. Yeah, definitely better than me.
Okay, so are the guys happy with where your fashion's kind of evolved to right now? Is Joseph
Yes,
happy?
yeah. Joe has been all over me saying I stepped it up. I'm much better. So I'll take the compliment for sure. Because Joe he dresses very well too. So it says a lot. I mean, it means a lot coming from him, I guess.
So tell me right now, what are you watching with your daughter? When I checked in with you last time, it was some YouTube stuff. I believe it was like I don't know. I had Peppy the something that you were watching with her on YouTube.
Yeah,
You're watching a little Frozen. What's going on right now? What are you watching with her?
yeah. We're still in the Frozen phase. She loves Frozen. She wears dresses almost every other day. Like first thing she says in the morning, I want to wear a pink dress or a blue dress, and then well, you can't wear a dress to school every day. Like you gotta choose. So we're still into the dress phase a lot, and then watching Frozen and like all those princess movies. So no, we're still in that phase, but it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Are you painting? Is she painting your nails right now?
Not yet. I'm not yet. We don't allow her to paint nails yet with the real stuff. Marie's doing hers, but we're still away from my nails yet. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Did you see the
I'm
meme?
sure eventually though it's gonna come down to it, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll have to. Yeah,
Here's the trick, Yanni. Have her paint your toes, so maybe that way the guys don't see
yeah,
it. So that's a good
yeah,
way to sneak it in there.
yeah, definitely.
Yanni, did you see the meme that was going around of you with Emma? It's you sitting down, like having tea with her, and then the next picture is you on the ice looking like a monster. Have you seen that meme that's been going around?
I know I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
that
it's
sounds
like
pretty
Yanni.
good.
It's like Yanni by day and then Yanni by night. I need to send it to you.
Yeah,
So
yeah, send it to me. That's actually pretty nice.
there was earlier in the season, I think it was about a month ago, that there was a goal that I think nobody knew whether it was your goal or Killer's goal, and then they caught you saying something to Killer on the bench. Can you take me through that exchange and whose goal was it? Who they settle on?
So they settled on Killer's goal, but now that you're bringing that up again, I think it was mine. I still think it was mine. So we had that huge argument on the bench, and like the game is like 5-1 or something, and then Killer like turns and like, hey, that's my goal. I'm like, hey, but I'm 100% sure I touched that. So we're going back and forth, back and forth. We're throwing the iPad to each other because like, hey, look at this angle. No, look at this angle. I think it's mine. I think so. Like everyone on the bench is basically involved in our discussion. So it was pretty funny, but at the end he had the goal, and we figured out that he probably touched the puck, and then his stick hit my stick. So that's how we we think it happened. I still don't think that way, but whatever. Killer.
They should do half goals in hockey. They should just split the
I
goal between you
absolutely,
guys.
yeah. I still think he touched the puck and then I touched it, but then it would have taken the apple away from Coleman, which was his two like his it was a milestone for him, so I didn't want to do that. So I mean,
Team
yeah,
player.
yeah, I guess.
Team player.
You says it.
We know that if you're short a milestone goal at the end of the year, we'll blame it on Killer.
Yeah, absolutely. We should. Yeah.
Yanni, I need to know, what do you drink? I saw a picture of you when you were wearing the Buccaneers jersey and you had a bunch of Starbucks, and then I saw a picture of you going into a home game and you were carrying like a thermos. Coleman said that he thinks you drink espresso before a game, the way that you're buzzing around. So tell me, what do you drink before a home game and what do you drink before an away game?
So I always have I don't have a coffee in the morning of a game because like I want to keep it for later. So as soon as I wake up from my nap, I have a coffee, and then that's the one you probably see me walking in with a coffee uh, at the game, and then later before the game, like 30 minutes before stepping on the ice for warm up, I have a double espresso, and then that gets me going. For
Does that get you all? Because I just drink espresso too. Does that get you all like
uh,
dehydrated? Don't you get really thirsty off that?
No, well, we have a bunch of drinks that hydrates us, like electrolytes and a bunch of stuff and I drink a ton of water, so before a game, so it evens out, I guess.
And what's your Starbucks? Because I saw the all the drinks that you were carrying, and that didn't just look like a straight espresso, Yanni. It looks like you were
Yeah,
splurging a little
no.
bit.
So on before playing, we usually have one guy that brings the Starbucks coffee to our table, which is Pointer, me, Goudreau, and Shirelli. And so I think that day I had cold foam cold brew. So I mean that was my go-to. It like on warm day, like you can't go wrong with that one, and it does get you buzzing too. So I like that.
Does anybody drink more caffeine on the team than you, or you've got everybody beat in that department?
Um, I think I got everyone beat on that department. I
And
think.
that's why you're the most annoying. If they go hand in hand,
Could
Yanni.
be, could be.
Now, who's the guy that brings it? Is it somebody that sits at your table, or it's just a guy? It's just a guy that's on the Lightning, a guy that
No,
works
it's
for him.
once in a while. That day was me. Today was Goodrow. Hopefully, Sorelli, if he's not too cheap, he's gonna do it like at one point, and so that's the rotation we're going with.
Have you built anything recently? I know during the pause last year, you built, I think you said a bench, an accent wall, a fire pit. Your wife gave you a bunch of to do stuff. I know now you're a Stanley Cup champ. I don't know if you don't have to do that stuff anymore.
No, no, I've been I love doing that stuff, but I haven't built anything in a while. Well, I guess during the off season I was home. I built a bunch of shelf in my garage, but nothing fun, nothing too exciting. So, but definitely, I like I said, I love doing that stuff. So eventually, you're probably gonna see a picture of me building something else again.
Yanni, what's it like to see your name on the Stanley Cup?
I was very special. It was special. You look around the cup and you see all these names, all these players that won it, and that like phenomenal players that like all of famers, and like and then you see your name next to them on that cup. It's pretty very special.
Who were you most happy for? I mean, who tell me some of the guys that you besides, obviously after you went, like who were you looking around going, man, I'm so happy that this guy had a chance to win a cup.
I think Braden Colburn. He's been through like a lot of finals. I think two or three finals, and then he was so close with a few teams, and so I was so happy for him to be able to win that Stanley Cup and being part of it. And every time he played really good. He played right in his box. He keeps his hockey game very simple, and it's effective. So I was really happy for him.
I know that he's somebody you used to mess around with in practice, and then Bogosian was the guy that you met. Now both those guys are gone. Who are the big guys that you mess around with in practice now?
Shenner. Yeah, we had a scrimmage at one point during the training camp, and so I'm going against Shenner, and we're in a battle in the one-on-one in the corner in the scrimmage, and the puck left my stick like probably 5 seconds before, and then he's just boxing me out. Like my feet aren't even touching the ice. He's like boxing me out in one hand, and I'm like against the glass like that, like for I think 30 seconds. I'm like, Shanner, at some point you're gonna have to let me down. Like we still have to play here. and so we're in that battle for a while. And but he's so strong. He's so strong, and he's so tough to play against. And that's why I like going after these guys, because they're so strong and tough to play against, and like it just get me going and gets me, like I want to get better too. So you play against guys like that, then you're probably gonna get better. So Shenner is one of those guys.
Now, do you practice being annoying, or is that just something? Is that just something that just comes naturally to you on the ice? Like you can just get under somebody's
It's
skin, or do you go, "Hey, you know what? Before the game, I'm playing this guy on Chicago. Okay, I know how I can mess with him. I was on his Instagram. I know a couple of chirps right
Oh
here."
no, I don't do that pre-scout though. I'm not that, like, I don't do pre-scout on other team
Do guys do
players.
that?
I maybe I don't personally, I don't, but that's next level right there. That's really next level. I'm not at that level, but I think it comes naturally. As bad as it sounds, I think I'm annoying naturally. It's just that's weird, but saying that, but I feel like that's the way it is. I go on the ice. I want to be hard to play against. I want to be annoying. I want them to feel my presence, and so that's, yeah, I guess that's the way I play and I go around.
Yanni, tell me about your day with the Stanley Cup and what you got to do with it.
Yeah, it was so much fun. So we planned the whole weekend for my family to come down. So we're my family and my wife's family. So we're 16 of us. We flew all together, and then so we got to Orlando, I think, and we had a shuttle. A bus that was taking us to my place and dropped a few people at the hotel. And then so we had a whole weekend plan. We didn't tell anyone anything. Only me and my wife knew what was going to happen. And then so we had the cup with that one day. We took official picture in the morning. Everyone was still sober at that point, so picture would look nice and cool, and everyone was happy the way they turned out. But eventually we went to on a boat, on a yacht. So all of us, we went on the yacht and then start drinking. And sure enough, my mother almost then wasn't able to walk off the boat. I think she like was we like basically carried off the boat.
Had
That's
you
how
seen
much
her?
fun we had.
Had you seen her like
I've
that
never
before,
seen her
Yanni?
that drunk. I No, that was, and both my brothers were there too, and we all said the same thing. We're like, "Hey, mom, like this is this is the most impressive I've seen you." And it was it was so funny, honestly, and it was fun. Everyone had a blast. And then so we had the cup the whole on the yacht, and once we got off the boat. We gave everyone 45 minutes to change, and then we were gonna pick them back up with the bus. And sure enough, my mother was waiting and looked a little better than when I left her at the hotel. So she made it to the restaurant, and we were at Eddie V's, and we had a private room in the back. And so again, we had so much fun there, and it was so much fun, like being able to share that moment with my family, because obviously they're the people that pushed me through, like to play hockey, and like push me through all of it and help me out. And it was so rewarding to make sure that they had their day with the cup as well. And no, it was one of the best day of my life. It was so much fun.
Were you able to like at least try to explain to your daughter, how cool it was? I mean, did she? I'm sure she got to obviously be around it. Did you try, or it was just a big shiny thing to her?
No, it probably was just a big shiny thing to her, but it was special, because like I took the cup from the truck, from the truck when they arrived, the cup keeper, and I walked in the house and put it right on the middle of the living room. And first thing my daughter does, like no one talked to her. First thing she does, she goes around and hugs it up, like it was, like she knew what it was. Like it was like so natural, and like we're like, how does she know that that's what, like what it means and what to do with the cup. And sure enough, she went in and like hugged it, and so we're like, oh my god, take picture, take picture. And then so we had a bunch of pictures like that, but like it was just like it was so natural, and like it was like beautiful. It was so much fun to watch that.
Yanni, I thought you said that she cracked a beer, went over there, poured it in the cup, and then started drinking it out of there.
I can't tell you that online right now. Like I let's go off air. I'm gonna tell you something else though.
There we go. Yanni already spilled it that he had to carry his mom off the boat.
Yeah.
Yanni, tell me, do you like the fake crowd noise that the stadiums are piping in this year? Are you a fan of it? Do you not notice it?
I don't really notice it, honestly. So like, yes, there's sometimes some instant where there's a hit or something that you hear it, but I don't really pay much attention to it, so it doesn't really bother me or bother my game. So.
Can you tell that there's been like 500 people at the last few Lightning home games? Because I was there for one of them, and I could surely tell a difference.
Absolutely, it's so much fun playing in front of fans. You kind of forget how much fun it is playing in front of all these people, and hopefully we get to have more people eventually. It'd be better, but it is so much better than having no one in the stands, and the emotion is like picking up a little bit here, so it's really fun.
Yanni, I hope, did you have fun during this interview, Yanni?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, because I know we talked about it before the interview. He's like, hopefully it's going to be fun. I go, now I felt a lot of pressure. So listen, Yanni, I appreciate it, man. You were awesome last year. I really am. I'm happy I got to talk to you about the Stanley Cup and all that, man. You're a fan favorite in Tampa Bay. We're so happy that you were able to bring the cup home, and good luck the rest of the way. And hopefully deep in the playoffs or something, we can do this again.
Absolutely. It's so much fun. Always talking to you, and I'm always having a blast. So, and one question, what was like you sent a link, and there's the Google Meet, and then there's the Zoom call. Which, like, was that a test? Like which one I was gonna use, or like how do you do that? Like,
okay, well, you clicked the right one. So I sent one earlier because I just sent one for 4:00, and then Breezeman said that was going to be a little bit too early. So then I sent another one. So I think that Breezeman was forwarding you my links. So I think that's what it was.
I'm like, this is a test. I'm like, which one, Google Meet or Zoom? Which one does he want? So I was just I
got to tell you, I was really afraid of what question you were going to ask. So I'm glad you're like, no one's ever asked me a question before. So I was,
there you go.
Okay. I mean, perfect. Listen, man, have a great game tomorrow, man. Thanks for doing it. You're awesome, dude.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks.
See you, Yanni.
Bye.